Hi everyone, this is Abrar. Welcome to Abrar Knowledge channel. Today's topic we are going to see in the statistic types of data. So this is my part 2 Six Sigma tool in Excel, the one which I did in the previous video, and thank you so much for your enormous support, and it was a great support. Everyone interested to get that Excel, and I distributed to Google Drive. So if you that same Excel I have appended with the statistical type of data. If you need that Excel, I can do forward to you. Yeah. So in today's topic, we're going to talk more specifically about the data, because in the statistic, the more you wisely take the data, classify the data, you will be able to pick up the tools of Lean Six Sigma, right? So that's what we are going to mull over today. Yeah. So in this one, today's topic is five tool. One is five data. One is quantitative, qualitative, categorical data like nominal, ordinal, and interval data, parametric, and non-parametric. So this is what I shown in the last video, just to give you a gist of what we saw before. This is continuous and discrete data. In continuous data, for example, take an example of date, time of day, hours, minutes, seconds. That's going to be a measurable data. And if you have a discrete data, so 1, 2, 3, and all that. So otherwise, if you do a binary like the classification AM, PM, you can get, and date, month, date, year, and Jan, Feb, and all that, that comes in discrete data and goes on and on. So for example, if you take grouping, so in discrete data you can also do like HR and legal and IT and every data. So we are talking about the bigger picture. The bigger picture is continuous data and discrete data. Continuous data is which is anything which is measurable, yeah, so which has a measuring unit in it. So discrete data has got either a quantitative data, or it can be it can be qualitative data, or it can be data which can be categorical and all that. That's what the five element we are going to mull over in this video. So this is what I'm going to talk about today, more specifically on this one. And this is the equation which I have made it easy for you, like quantitative, qualitative, categorical data, nominal and ordinal, and interval data. You can, if you put together, we can form something called parametric and non-parametric. We will see each of them with examples. For example, like anything like quantitative data, quantitative come from the root word quantity, right? So if you understand the root of the word, it is easy to follow and easy to understand. Quantitative is come from the root word is quantity, deals with number, anything that can be measured. It is a continuous data. Example, length, cost, weight, height, and all this breadth, all these we can say is example of quantity data. Not all numbers are continuous and measurable, you all know. For example, let's say social security number, or you wanted to take a vote of a particular country or particular city. So those things do not, though although you will have a number, but you will not it cannot be measurable, right? So this in the quantitative data, so that something which can be measurable, and this is the example. And qualitative data, the word quality come from the root word qualitative data, and in this one, it's anything which has a description. Data cannot be measured, but data can be observed but cannot be measured. For example, let's say you talked about color, texture, taste, all these pass, fail, go, no go, accepted, not accepted. All these are qualitative data. Another one, you have something called category or categorical data. In categorical data, you have a two category again. One is called nominal data. One is called ordinal data. Nominal, if you look at the word, how that word is being coined is no natural ordering of the category. For example, let's say gender, race, religion, sports, all these as a nominal data. No natural ordering you can do. So that is called nominal data. And ordinal data, the categories can be ordered. For example, like small, medium, large, strongly agree, disagree, neutral. For example, you typically see in the survey forms, may not know which value is best, distance between the categories that cannot be measured. Take an example of this is widely ordinal data. When you say ordinal data, I think one of the example is uses is survey form. Let's say, so you have strongly disagree, disagree, neither agree, strongly agree. All these comes in that example of ordinal data. So in the categorical data, you have a nominal, no, natural ordering can be done. Ordinal, the order can be done by sorting out small, big, and all that. Next type of data, you have interval data. This is interesting, equally spaced. For example, take an example of your body temperature. You measure in the morning and it shows like 99 Fahrenheit. You measure in the evening time, it shows like 99.1 Fahrenheit. So it has variations. Right? So intervals and equally spaced numeric values, incremented are known or decremented are known, consistent and measurable. No absolute zero times Celsius thermometer, all these is an example. Cannot calculate ratio, right? You cannot convert into ratios or percentage. So let's talk about very important thing. One is called parametric and non-parametric. So we saw the nominal one, nominal, which is no natural ordering can be done. So that we saw an ordinal, which can be order, small group and all that. So these two, we call them as non-parametric. Nominal and ordinal, that comes in non-parametric. That we call also referred as qualitative data. Another side, you have interval data, like spaced out, like temperature. I quoted an example of body temperature, Fahrenheit 99 and 99.1. So all these are interval data or anything the ratio data, that is called parametric, and this is also quantitative data. So in non-parametric, just for the benefit of you, just to quote a little bit of more example or reference on this one. Non-parametric, the type of data can be analyzed without the mean, without standard deviation, or without any other parameters. That's called non-parametric. So that means you don't need mean, you don't have a mean value, you don't have a range value, you don't have a standard deviation value. All these statistical core things you don't have. That is called non-parametric data. So that is one. If you, the other side is parametric data. Parametric data, the data can be analyzed, is based on the assumption, the probability, p value you will get, average value you will get, the standard deviation you will get, all these you will get. So that is how it is been classified. Non-parametric statistic may be used to analyze non and ratio measurement. So if you have like anything like intervals and ratio, I think the best thing to do is non-parametric. Also, you can do, for example, blood level, creatine level, the machine performance in the day and night. All these, if you have something which is quantitative, you wanted to measure and has a variations, has a that variation is bound to happen. And for example, let's we talked about the body temperature and all that. So even in the machine also will not give the same data. That comes in intervals, like when you take different slot, different time, and the value comes down differently and all that. So it can be also ratio which has bring that percentage and all that. So this is one example of parametric and non-parametric data. So I hope this video is very useful. We talked about, just to sum up, we talked about the quantitative data that comes like number, and qualitative data that is which is in a qualitative nature, pass, fail, go, no go, and all that. And then we talked about categorical data, nominal data, no. So nominal, the first two letter are no natural ordering can be done. So that is one. Another one, you have ordinal data, that something can be ordered, small, big, all these you can do. And then we talked about very important things, parametric data. Interval data is something you can measure the different intervals at the different frequencies, all these. And the last one is parametric and non-parametric visa. Parametric, which is associated mean, standard deviation, range, and all that. Non-parametric, you don't have those all these parametric like mean. You don't have standard deviation and all that. But however, you may have the data which is nominal and ordinal data. So thank you so much. And I have updated this Excel version as well with all of these informations. The same thing in the, just to present it, I put this data points, everything in the PPT. If you need anything, you please feel free to let me know. Please do like, share, subscribe my channel. If you have any specific doubts or if you would like to make any specific comments, you can feel free to pick up and pick up the comment section, and you can do that. Thank you so much. Have a nice day ahead.